Thank you very much. It's so nice to be here with my friends. I must tell you, I have to get this out of the way. Spizzy very nervous tonight. I don't know what's going. I think it's because it was so good before. You know, the first time, the debut, that was so good. Now, that puts pressure, I know. But the thing is, I think it's like sex. We all understand this, right? When you have sex the first time with someone, it's fantastic. But then when you go to have sex with them again, it's like very boring. Anyway, that is my experience of sex, which is probably why my life is a fucking mess. But yeah, so I think that that may be what's happening to me tonight. But I just wanted to let you in. It's busy, a little bit neurotic, so they do strange things. He may say strange things. Oh, and I had to explain my accent to people. That made me very nervous. Like, where are you from? Where are you from? I say somewhere between Bohemia and Bavaria, but then I realized that I'm very southern Mediterranean person. So I don't know. I think maybe I'm influenced because we are on Greek Street here, and I start to speak. I pull it in. I take Spizzy, take everything in. Oh, I'm spitting out my popcorn. People take everything in. And I take everything in, and it's Greek. And then I have this student, sometimes she Iranian, and I just end up, reflecting back, making this accent. I don't know, so I can't explain. My heritage, too complicated. I mean, what would make a monster like Spizzy? I do not know. Okay, so some hello, cigarette. So hello. So my housekeeping I want to say is that you have on your tables here for all of you, and at home you must know when you see this, that there is something called skygilbert.com. Now, if you go to skygilbert.com, Ryan said I have to say it 3 times. skygilbert.com, you can get all the newsletter for Spizzy and all the information you need to know. Also, tonight, we are no longer having the open mic after this because of various scheduling problems, but every week I'm going to have a new mystery guest. I know you all in suspense, I know. Tonight we have mystery guests. I'm not going to say who they are, they're no longer mystery. But if you want to be a mystery guest poet, or novelist, or performer, then you must contact Spizzy at skygilbert.com, and you must say, I would like to be your mystery guest. And who knows, maybe we can work something out. So, what I want to talk about now before we start with my first guest, very exciting, Miss Kirsten Johnston. I want to, Johnson, excuse me. I want to say this. Oh, I'm burping, too much booze, eh? So I want to say, there we go. I want to talk about what happened to me. Maybe this is why I'm so neurotic, okay? This is very touchy subject, but Spizzy, he don't shy from these touchy topics. So what happens, I'm on the subway. How many of you ride the subway? Yes. Good, you do, okay. We must do that, we have no choice. So there I am on the subway, and I don't know what to say, but there's a tree. You're all going to get very uncomfortable. It may be very uncomfortable. Hello, someone's coming in. But anyway, what happened is that a guy was there, and he was perhaps what we call vulnerable people, and he laid down on the tree. There's 3 seats together, so you can lie down, right? So he lay down, or he was already laying down when I came in. And I noticed him, and I try not to look too much because, well, this is the truth. He was jerking off in the subway. Yeah, so I just want to tell you, now I'm not demonizing this vulnerable person. I'm just telling you what happened. Because I think it's important to talk about it. Now, his penis, we can call it that. We don't say privates here. I covered that last section. We say penis, vagina. We use the actual words, cock, cunt, whatever. We don't say private. So his penis was not actually out there. It was, he had his pants hiked down just in front, and he was like, but we know what's going on, right? And there were these couples. Why am I worried about the straight couples? How fucked am I? But I was worried about the straight couples and the girls standing there and they're going at it. So what I decided to do after I got off the subway was, because they have that announcement, right? And it says, if you see something, say something. That's what they say. So I did see something. So I went I phoned up and I just told them, I just said, there was a man masturbating on the subway today. And she said, thank you. You know, so what am I gonna do with that? But anyway, so I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Now I used to have, and I think it's a huge, huge problem. Like gigantic, because I tried to break this up with the Go. With the Go, I travel the Go all the time. And the Go is like, well, they don't even want to hear about vulnerable people. They got really mad at me. You want to talk about vulnerable people? You want to talk about the whole huge world problem? And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, you know. So we're not maybe supposed to talk about it, but they closed the washrooms in the Go stations now because of this, because of stuff that happens. So anyway, not necessarily their fault, but why is it that there are so many people with mental illness and with oftentimes they're taking the drugs? Like, are we allowed to say it? Not always. They take drugs, but sometimes they're taking the drugs and they're there and they're living. So how did we get to this situation? Before COVID, do we remember? There wasn't this situation, right? And it is here now, and we're going to have to deal with it. Now, on the other hand, Spizzy has always had the philosophy. Okay. I believe that sex should be public and religion should be private. That is what Spizzy believes. Okay, thank you. I'm getting some applause. Okay, I think if we followed this philosophy, the whole world would be a better place. So you can have all the sex you want in public. Now, the problem with here is that there was no, I don't know if this man wanted to have sex in public. Do you know what I mean? We could say maybe he doesn't have. In fact, probably does not have. We don't know for sure, but probably does not have a home in which to jerk off in, which we all have. And we're all very happy to be, you know, have our homes to jerk off in. But he did not have that. So there is that inequality there. But still, if the sex in the public happens and the religion happens, because, you know, if people just shut up about their fucking religions. No, Spizzy, I bet you don't believe, but Spizzy, very spiritual person. Spizzy have a relationship with, I don't like to call it God, because then we have this, you know, guy with beard. Who are we thinking of? White guy usually with beard? No. But I do have this relationship with something. I'm not going to explain it because now I'm being public about my private experience of the religion. But it is not religion. It's some spiritual things that I believe. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. So I have that. It's my business. I'm not going to tell you. But if we didn't talk about that, I think you wouldn't have. I just solved now the whole Arab-Israeli conflict. I just solved it. If religion was private, then people would go, I don't, you know, what you do in the privacy of your own home with your God, that is up to you. I'm not going to interfere. But we're in a bad place where religion is everywhere, and sex only comes out when this man, somehow accidentally or on purpose, is jerking off in Subway. Okay, so that's my little lecture for now.
Hi folks, it's Ryan Russell here. We're here at the Powder Labs and we're going to do a bit of a demonstration to show how this innovative powder-based lube turns into the slickest, most viscous and slimy, slipperiest water-based lube you've ever used in your entire life. Okay, let's get going. We've got an empty beaker here. We've got some water. We're going to be adding more. And I'm going to add some of the powder-based lube. We're slowly going to add water to it until ultimately we've added the full 100 milliliters. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've added one of these sachets of powder lube. You can see it here in the beaker. This is a 200 milliliter beaker. So you can see that in there. It looks kind of like snow. Now we're going to slowly add some water. So first I'm just going to add a little bit. And you can see here it's already started to transform. It's a super solution and it'll never fully dissolve. So basically the more that you use it, the wetter it gets. So we've added probably about 20% of the total amount of water that we're going to add to this ultimately. And you can see it's kind of mixing itself. And it is already getting into a slimy mass in there. Okay, so we've added that water. This is a total of about 50 milliliters. I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. So you can see even now, you've got the better part of lube. This is only about half mixed though. Okay, so we've got another 50 milliliters of water here now, and we're going to top it off. So this is the total amount of water that you would typically add to the sachet. You know that because on the back, it's pre-measured for you. You basically fill with warm or cool water right up to the fill line. It's like special effects stuff. This is unreal. So listen, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration of Plowder Lube. It's Ryan Russell here, signing out from the Plowder Labs. Go to plowder.com to learn more and get slick with the latest technology for your lube. Live chat is available now at plowder.com.